Howdy folks, I'm Keith Bowen. This is Hard Rock University. I'm here at the Middle Decline, Montana B. Due to the fact that this ore zone here seems to be wide and have good continuity right here, we went and increased the steepness of this ladder track to take out more and give us a wider platform to work on while we're doing it. Now, as you can see, there's this ore right here, which is not what we're getting up there. It's all in and out and inconsistent. And let me show you why that is. And this is why a vein is never consistent. You can see there's no gap there. If this was a mountain and the stress put a crack in it, and then one side shifts, see, all of a sudden gaps open up, and as the high spot's right on the high spots, your vein will swell out and pinch off and stuff like that. So that's how come veins are never really consistent, although some are a lot more consistent than others. So because the crack in the rock is inconsistent, and because the solutions flow inconsistently, you get a lot of different things happening. And let me get the camcorder a second here. Okay, so this area here, this is kryptonite. This is that hard quartz vein. Very hard. It's high grade ore, not super grade. It's not bonanza, but it's higher grade than this. This stuff here is running about half what that is. Go figure, huh? This dark zone here, we're not sure. It's off for assay right now. And then here we have wall rock. And as you can see, it's kind of dark in color. So it may have been altered too, so that may actually be ore grade also. Don't know. I'm having to widen it out a little bit to get room for the ladder track to progress. You have to be pretty careful not to destabilize what's above. So you want very gradual blending. That arch roof there is what prevents any sudden big slabs from falling down. That's old timers there. That was a cross tie for their rails. And I'm going to start tearing this out here to show you what it looks like. And that should be soft enough I can use the baby hilty. But we shall see what we shall see. I've been using the baby hilty, that little rascal there, which is a drill also, to take this out because it puts so much less vibration into the wall rock. It's much more controllable. I really don't want to destabilize anything any more than I have to.
This is a really nice wide platform you got here too.
Yep.
It's got what, 5-6 feet of platform here?
Oh, at least. And there's the handrail there. This is not going to move. It's jacked in there solidly. So I have basically a handrail, and it makes it pretty safe to work in here. Once I get down to that level down there, I'm going to have like an 8 or 9 foot platform. They went and dug some vein out here, which is why there's that. Otherwise it would just be straight across. That indicates there was something good there. Now, let me show you a trick Max and Bishop showed me one time. Now when you're running through rock, all your cords and everything else tend to be underfoot. You'd like to get them out of your way. Well, what you do is switch from chiseling to drilling. And Oh, it's so much easier to drill wall rock than kryptonite. And there you go. 3/8 hole, 3/8 spike. Hang your light up. And
That
okay.
one can probably go over that screw there, I think.
Yeah, it could if I had enough cord. I'm going to have to go loosen this cord up just a little bit. So anyhow.
If I might make a suggestion,
What?
why don't you pull more of the light cord and tie it around that so that it...
Because that way it's hanging right where I'd kind of like it, actually. And by the way, I've got LED in here, so I don't have to worry about the heat. Okay, now this is going to be kind of like a microcosm of what we start here, but you want to take your demolition hammer near the edge and break to the outside edge. If you don't have relief, it's got nowhere to go. It can't do much work. Be careful it doesn't get stuck. If you have a spot that's not working, move around a little. That's kryptonite. I'm gonna need the Hilti on that. Now you see how easy this stuff breaks loose? That's why I want to use the baby Hilti on it so that I don't damage that wall too much. And then if you're near an edge and you don't want it to go over, pick them up, pull them back.
That's seriously mineralized.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of iron in there.
That's some serious limonite there. Get that out of the way.
So why do they call it limonite? Any idea?
Because somebody called it that years ago. I'm not sure what the etymology is. I see how this piece that was giving me trouble suddenly came out. If you keep working around, quite often it'll loosen up on you. That's some high density material. That's heavy. I'm not going to spend too much time with the baby Hilti there. This is more of a demonstration than anything else. And again, here you got this big chunk, but it had pre-existing fractures, and once you got around it, it'll pop out. This baby Hilti is not that tough to break things like that up. Now let's see what happens over here. See? Where I was having trouble, all of a sudden it comes out. If it's not going for you, move around, find a spot, dig what you can, and then see if it'll pop loose. If there's a crack, you can sometimes exploit that once it's loose all the way around it. Now, one thing you want to be careful of is when you're driving in, if you get your bit stuck, you can be kind of out of luck. This is the only chisel bit I have. I should probably get another one. But on the big Hilti, I've got 2 bits, so that if one gets stuck, I can use the other one to carefully dig it out. That's very important. It's happened to be more than one. So
Interesting.
Heavily mineralized. This red, I'm not sure what it is.
There's a lot more of it over your head, too.
Yep. What we're going to do is hand sort a bunch of the larger rocks back at the ranch, crush it up, and have it assayed to see, you know, what's the most important stuff. Is it the limonite? Is it these red streaks? Is it the kryptonite? Don't know. But that's what we're going to do is find out, so that as we're digging, we know what the heck we're digging through, or at least have a good guess. You never really know until you can assay what it is. Another thing we're doing is, as I'm crushing it up for testing, I'll do like 15 buckets of ore through the crusher, and as each one gets crushed, I take a scoop out of each pile of material before I put it in the wheelbarrow. And then at the end of the 15 buckets, or whatever it is I'm doing, then we split that down, send it off for assay, and that gives us a really, really good sample, because when you've got, you know, a 500 to 1,000 pound sample, that gives you good statistics.
And that is a very deep, deep hole behind you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, about another 150 feet down there. But I have no intention of going down there. Anyhow, so
At least 150 feet.
when I start coming to the edge here and working on that, I'm going to be putting on a belt and stuff, because demoing that with the Hilti way out here, even with this handrail, is a little bit less than 100% safe. Here, you know, I'd have to literally jump to get over the edge.
Yeah,
there.
you are sitting on that really wide platform down there.
Yeah, I mean, this is just solid rock. So again, it's like working on a flat roof. You know, pretty safe if you're careful. But once I get to that edge, then I'll have to harness up a little bit. Anyhow, let me take this little chunk out here and clean things up a little bit. We're almost done with the ore for this trip. So I think I'll just focus on doing some stuff in here and getting a little bit of ore lined up, and then pack it all up and go home. So that's the plan. Happy prospecting and keep it safe out there.